जल्दी बोर भी हो जाता हूँ। तो जब बोर हो जाता हूँ तो मेरे को कुछ नया करने का कोशिश करता हूँ और नए जो भी चीज़ नई करने की कोशिश करता हूँ मेरे को बहुत चैलेंजिंग लगती है बिकॉज उसमें जूनियर मोस्ट होता हूँ। जैसे आजकल मैं आधा टाइम बॉम्बे में रहता हूँ, जैसे मेरी इंट्रोडक्शन में बोला, तो बॉम्बे में मेरे से कोई मिलना नहीं चाहता है, किसी को नहीं पता मैं कमांडेंट था, मैं कमांडिंग ऑफिसर था शिप का। उनके लिए मैं एक साधारण स्ट्रगलिंग इंसान हूँ। तो मेरे से कोई बहुत खास ट्रीटमेंट अच्छी नहीं होती है। मेरे को बड़ा अच्छा लगता है कि अब मैं इसमें कैसे ऊपर जा सकता हूँ। पहले मेरे लिए वो सर्विस का करियर था, उसके बाद में बुक का करियर था, अभी ये फिल्म मेकिंग का करियर है और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में भी यही है। I hope in some ways I've answered your question, but it is a very intelligent question. I really don't have an exact answer to this.
Thank you, sir.
कोई और क्वेश्चन? या
Good morning, sir. I'm Commander Urvish, sir. I have two questions. For Commandant Kulpreet, sir, I want to ask, sir, how do you think that Indian spy thrillers and espionage stories vis-a-vis Western spy or European spy thrillers, where do they stand when you compare them? And to General Dwivedi, sir, my question, Chaturvedi, sir, my question is, sir, what was the reaction of scientific community or professionals or policymaker when your book came out? Did they give you any feedback on this? Because it is touching the topic which has taken the whole world by a storm.
controversial topic.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for the question. Very briefly, because I think we are running out of time. Very briefly, हम सबको पता ही है कि इंडियन इंटेलिजेंस नेटवर्क वर्ल्ड में बहुत हाई स्टैंडर्ड का है। सो नॉन फिक्शन स्पेस में तो हमारे स्पाइस बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। राइटिंग में क्योंकि हमारी पब्लिशिंग इंडस्ट्री हमेशा से स्ट्रगल करती रही है, तो बहुत सारे लोगों ने स्पाई वर्ल्ड के ऊपर नहीं लिखा है। इंटरनेशनल बुक्स डेफिनेटली बेटर है, बट पीपल लाइक मी एंड फ्यू अदर पीपल, वी आर ट्राइंग आवर बेस्ट to write in a way which is more engaging, and we've had decent response from the audience.
To answer your question, I'll start with the serious note. There are some incidents which are facts, true, on which is a novel based in a manner. Like Game Zero, if you Google Game Zero, it was a football match played in the Champions League between two clubs, and that was in San Siro Stadium in Italy. And after that, the tournament stopped. That is because most of the players were hit with COVID, and so were so many people affected who were attending that as spectators. And similarly, I had got inputs again from a scientist, but that is because he's my friend, not a scientist. But he has his brother working in an international. I won't give you the exact details, but an international agency, the top agency in the world, concerned with nuclear and atomic. So he had given me definite inputs that it was kind of a surgical strike. I wouldn't go beyond that. Okay, it was a surgical strike by China. In Europe, in England, in the USA, and also the second wave in India. Also, he attributed to that. Though by then I had started my novel, it was already in my mind. He didn't have facts to, support his point, but he did give me these inputs. So that is a part answer to your question based on that. And finally, the scientific community has, the enough questions being raised on the pandemic, the origin of the pandemic, and the end point. The controversy with the vaccine itself and the involvement, and just to give you a hint, the kind of donation given by Mr. Poonawalla, right, to the political parties. So it's not a simple black and white world of the Indian Armed Forces or something like that. So this is the answer, my answer to your question, and this is the last.
Yes.
So I take this liberty to just for 1 minute, I want to tell the NCC girl cadets here, and I see most of them are girls today. So one, it shows the discipline which the girls have. When most of the boys have bunked, right? It's a fact, and I get this feeling that in future, in times to come, 5 years, 10 years, we will have girls in more such positions, like what we have in USA. Like the head of the NI is Tulsi Gabbard, right? They don't. Similarly, you will have more girls, ladies here. I'm not saying that I'm not talking about the organizer. I'm just giving an example as to how the country is going to change because you are forcing this change. It's not that the men want to change. It is you are forcing. So similarly, in the Indian Army, the Indian Army does not want girls to come in, but the force is making it happen. I can share more things with you while in service, but I'll not do that. I'll just end by saying that my daughter, which I covered yesterday, the major in the Indian Army today, was also an NCC cadet, and she also completed her NCCC certificate, though she joined OTA through the competitive exam. And I want to also say, like as a father, I was never ever keen for her to join the Indian Army because she's all about 5 feet, and as a father feels that how will she be able to take all the tribulations of the physical issues of the army, but she could carry that LMG, which is more than half a size over those camps and all that they have. So that is all. I just wanted to motivate you. Keep doing well, and I'm sure you will outshine the boys. You're already doing that. We are not recognizing it. It will get recognized in due course.
Thank you so much, sir. With this positive note, we conclude this session. Okay. There is one question. Yeah.
We'll keep the question and the answer brief.
Yeah, it's a question and sort of an observation also on General Chaturvedi. The question which was asked by one of the cadets here was probably pertaining to COVID. And there's a book, Total Warfare. And this was mentioned in that book, this biological agent being let loose. And this was in a phase 3 lab which was developed in China, in the Wuhan lab. And the enhancement of function was done from the Duke University in North Carolina. And then they wanted to do it in UK. They couldn't do it in UK, so they shifted it to Wuhan. And the people who are working in Wuhan, one of the scientists who was working there, I've met her here in Dehradun. So what this Wuhan virus COVID demonstrated, it is possible to bring the world to a standstill. 1, 2, it is possible to affect all of the world at one go. 3rd, it is possible to bring down the financial institutions in the world simultaneously, and everything will come to a standstill. This is what the Chinese wanted to demonstrate. It is written in that book, and I would advise, if anybody wants to read that book, get in touch with Randhir and he'll get it to you. Please go and have a look at the book. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. So we conclude this amazing session, and thank you so much, General Chaturvedi, and thank you so much, Commandant Kulpreet Yadav. Thank you so much.
Thank you, General sir. With that, we come to the end of the session. I request Ajit Pathania, Director Thrive, to please present a memento to our panelists. Commandant Kulpreet Yadav, Major General Dev Arvind Chaturvedi, and also to Colonel Bhaskar Bharti.